back to West Texas View.
Welcome to the West Texas View again. I'm Johnny Lou Avery and this is Sharon Davis. And before the break we were talking about a big homecoming event that's going to be held at the WASP World War II Museum at Sweetwater, Texas at Avenger Field. And before we tell any more about this event, Sharon, tell a little bit about how to get to the museum, because a lot of people run up and down the interstate and they even see the WASP billboard, but they don't really know where to exit.
Oh, well, you take exit 241 off of I-20 and very easy access. The museum is a big white hangar. We call it Hangar 1, and it's on the access road there at Interstate 20 at exit 241.
And it's also the same exit you'd get off if you were going to TSTC.
You would, yes.
But the interesting thing is that it sets up on a hill, and it's closest. It's at the south end of the airport, and so it's really easy to get to. Lots of good parking. And now let's start. You're going to have the fly-in. You're going to have free plane rides for youngsters up to the age of 17. With a parent.
Yes, well, the parent won't get to go on the ride, but the parent has to be there to sign release papers and say that it's all right for their youngster to go up and have the thrill of flight.
Yeah, and then the fly-in comes next, and this is when a lot of the WASP will be coming in from Granbury.
That's correct.
And we've got 13 of these women that were in World War II and played a very important part.
Yes, we're just delighted that many are going to be with us this year.
And then when they come in and after the fly-in, take us through the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. The all-woman fly-in from 10 until 11, and then we are going to have a luncheon at the TSTC campus, which are our neighbors there at Avenger Field. And the students that belong to the culinary club are going to cook and serve the meal to our guests. And we want to invite people to come to that if they would like. It's from 11:30 until 1. It's a book signing luncheon. So we will have some of the WASP who have written their books will be there with their books. Sarah Rickman will be our featured speaker. She has written several fictional books based on the WASP experience, and they're very interesting to read. And she's a great fan of the WASP and has actually written the WASP newsletter for their organization during certain years.
Did she have a relative that was a WASP?
No, she just has a passion for what the WASP accomplished with their duty to their country back in World War II. After the while the luncheon's going on, actually, there will be a hamburger grill at the Flags, and several of our board members actually are taking care of that grill, and so there will be food for everyone there, even if they don't want to come up to TSTC to the luncheon. From 3 until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we will have Meet the WASP. So the WASP will actually be in the museum, seated to answer questions, sign autographs. People can have their picture made with these heroes, and it will just be a wonderful hour of questions and answers, and each one of them will have an opportunity to talk to the visitors there. The visitors will have an opportunity to shake their hand. That evening we have a wonderful memorial event with a barbecue dinner and a 40 eras dance.
And you can come dressed in the 40s.
Yes, come dressed in the 40s era costume.
With a band that does the swing music.
Big band music provided by the Sweetwater Municipal Band, and they do a fabulous job for us each year. We will have reenactors, history reenactors, dressed as World War II Army personnel, And it's just going to be a wonderful event. And the Roscoe Fire Department serves the barbecue dinner, and it's always just scrumptious.
I know, it is.
So we want to invite everybody to come out. We still will be taking reservations right up until a few days before the event. We can always work somebody else in. And we hope that everybody will take advantage of this wonderful opportunity to meet the WASP, also to hear our featured speaker that evening, who is Dr. Peggy Chabrian, one of the top aviation educators in the country. And she is also founder and president of Women in Aviation International. So a wonderful speaker that will be there for the evening. We have several of our board members flying in from their homes. Our board members now live all over the country. Amy Goodpasture Strebe has written a book called Flying for Her Country, and she lives in San Diego. She's going to be in attendance. Major Bridget McNamara, who is a major in the United States Air Force, a B-1 bomber pilot, by the way, is going to be in attendance. And so we're going to have some wonderful people there that are going to be interesting and exciting to visit with.
But the interesting thing is what you just said. We've got board members from all over the nation, but we've got these pilots that aren't going to be able to come much longer.
That is true.
And so if you ever wanted to talk to history, this is the time to talk to history and real time, because they are so interested and they are so delightful to share everything that they went through and how much fun they had and how proud they are of their accomplishments. And you know, still a lot of people don't know exactly what they did, and so it's a good way for them to have an opportunity to do this. And tell us a little bit. Well, we're not going to have time now, but when we come back, we need to talk about the cost, which is nothing. and then, but I want us to talk more about the dance, because everybody has so much fun at the dance. Now, we're not having any kind of parade this year.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
How
okay.
did I leave that
Okay,
out?
well, we'll talk about that in just a minute, because we have to take a break right now. We'll be back in just a minute and continue this conversation. See you in just a minute.
Stay tuned. West Texas View will be right back.